for a young cook to cut their teeth, for sure. But I think that the guys there are pretty much grandfathered in. You know, they've been working there for 20 years. They're not going to go somewhere else and become a chef, you know. They just do it for the paycheck, and, you know, their passion may be their families, maybe a sport that they're into, or maybe an art that they perform when they're not in the kitchen. So, and it is true, sometimes you work in a hotel and people don't have a diverse palate, so you may not be able to serve foie gras. You know, you may not be able to serve truffles. You may not be able to serve caviar. I know here I can't serve any of those things because they just don't like it, you know. And what am I going to say? Well, I think that these flavors go together and, you know, I'm the chef and I make the rules. Like, at the end of the fucking day, you have to do what your guests want. You have to make what your guests want to eat. The demographic of the area that you're in, the people that are visiting your restaurant, people that are coming in from out of town to visit the town that your restaurant is in, things like that, you know. So it's definitely an interesting topic, and I think I will see John D'Amore on my way. Hopefully he can make it down to the city, because I don't think I can make it all the way upstate, brother. Let me know. We'll chill out. Then I got a message from Barada_boy, BOI. He hit me up, said, Jake from Manresa, whoever you are, Jake, hello, said he knew you from the RI days. So Rhode Island days, Afro Dave, out there slanging that good herb, you know. Shout out to all my partners. And then I got Eric Cruikshank, and his Instagram is Cruikshankington. Eric, ErikCruikshank, Cruikshankington on his Instagram name. He writes, yo, a few things. I want to say thank you for doing your podcast. It has brought me great joy, inspiration, and empathy over the last couple months. Hearing stories and perceptions of chefs that inspire me. Mad respect for you and what you're doing. I heard on your most recent episode that you're going through Nashville. I lived and worked there for a year at St. Stephen Restaurant in Germantown under R.J. Cooper, a very creative and inspiring space that I think would be worth your time checking out and potentially interviewing R.J. And some of the staff, as they are all super badass individuals that are honestly offering some of the best food in the city. I will check that place out. St. Stephen Restaurant in Germantown, baby. I'll check it out. Peace, my dude. Looking forward to hearing more episodes. Peace to you, sir. Thank you very much for writing in. I appreciate it. Hopefully I get to meet you someday. And I'm definitely going to check out that spot. R.J. Cooper. If you know R.J. Cooper, clap your hands. Send me his number or his email, and I'll see what I can do. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Elliot Townsend. He's the chef of Long Story Short, San Diego. Panhandler _619. 619 is the special move of Rey Mysterio. Let me talk about that for 1 second, all right? Nobody here is a wrestling fan. I get that, okay? I get it. Wrestling's fake. But as I said before, Robert De Niro's not a gangster. Do you like him even less now? No. He's an actor. He's trying to entertain you, right? Rey Mysterio. I've been watching Rey Mysterio wrestle since like 1995. This man was amazing. Comes from a wrestling family, super famous in Mexico, always wore a mask, then came over to the U.S. to wrestle in the Florida territory called WCW. That Ted Turner, billionaire, I think he's a billionaire, Ted Turner started to go directly against Vince McMahon and World Wrestling Entertainment as we know it today, but then it was Federation, right? Rey Mysterio, after WCW, went to WWF, They actually have a very sad match in WCW where they take his mask off, and that's like a way no-no in Mexico. And he says that it's one of the matches that he regrets to this day. That was the stipulation. If he loses, he had to take off his mask. Very sad. So definitely as a young wrestling fan, I was like super bummed that he took off his mask, because then you see how ugly he is underneath, and you're like, what the fuck? I'm kidding. Anyways. Years ago, they had a storyline where his son was involved. At this time, his son, I think, was like 7 years old. And they had a custody of Dominic match, which is pretty damn, PG-13 for the time. But, I'm saying a lot again. I'm sorry. Just recently, this past year, his son is now a wrestler in WWE. And they are the first son and father tag team champions in the world. And yes, in the show, they are that, right? But in real life, like, this is a feat of real life. They are a wrestler. They worked all their lives to get to a spot, right? And then you, like, finally become the chef. And you get all this glory, So it takes hard work to do that job. So shout out to them. And it's couldn't be a better time to be a wrestling fan because you get to witness things like that. Like, how proud must he be of his son to become a wrestler and be able to wrestle with him? And, I mean, Rey Mysterio is one of the greatest of all time. So shout out to them. So, yeah, Elliot Townsend, chef, long story short, SD, San Diego. Shout out to you. And I forgot what I was talking about before the Rey Mysterio thing, but we're just going to keep going, okay? I'm looking forward to the road trip. Planning it here. If anybody's ever planned a road trip, let me know what you guys thought of. Because I'm over here like, what do I need a garbage can for the car? I'm going to need some granola bars and water. I'm like an 80-year-old man. Like, what? Maybe some diapers. But if any of you have any suggestions for what I should bring with me on my journey, and this journey will be broadcasted. So I'll be doing a little bit of Instagram live, and which I've never really done before, but let's see. And I want to do a live podcast at some point, and I will do it. I think if an impromptu one comes up where it's not planned, I think I'll just go live, and we'll see what happens. I'm not sure what happens if I go live on Spreaker. Will I go live on YouTube? Will I go live on Instagram? Will I go live on Facebook? Nobody knows. All right, nobody knows. So with that, I leave you. It's been great Sucio talking with you this week. A man named John Morris, which I told you about probably like 10 podcasts ago, who invented the sports bar at Legends in 1971 in Long Beach, California, is here at this ranch. He is a guest right now. So I will try to get him on the podcast. Super funny dude. Born in England, raised in U.S., manages a place called The Boathouse, is owner as well. The Boathouse in Long Beach. So Long Beach seems to me like a pretty interesting town I want to check out. So I'll probably do that on the road trip on the way to L.A. or something like that. I never really get a chance to... whenever you go to L.A., it's like I don't know L.A. yet. So I just get stuck almost like in the same neighborhoods just trying to really figure it out. Trying to finish it out, so I can just be like, okay, I've walked all the streets of Santa Monica. I am well aware what is where, and all that. So sorry if this podcast has been a little bit sleepy. It's the end of the night. I just cooked two meals. And tomorrow I got to go get my a new battery for my car. It's currently dead here at the ranch, an hour from town. So we'll see how I'm gonna finagle that. Other than that, be well. Don't let anything get you down. especially yourself, which can be the biggest factor in one's downfall when you're going through your day. Other than that, suciotalk@gmail.com. If you got any questions, send me some crazy kitchen stories or just crazy stories in general is fine. And suggestions as to who you would like to hear on the podcast. And I'd also like some cookbook recommendations if anybody's got any. The last one that I really dove into was the Fish Cookbook by Mr. Nealand. So other than that, I'm kind of don't have another book to look into right now, so I need some suggestions. If anybody wants to watch a crazy-ass action movie on Netflix, Battle Los Angeles with Aaron Eckhart. There's definitely some emotional scenes in there that I didn't think would get me, but they definitely did. Good night, good fight. No barrel.